this is Phil, and I'm here to tell you all about the Capes and Lunatics Patreon. Get early access to all of our interviews, including the monthly Chichester chats with writer and comic book legend D.G. Chichester, new episodes of classic Capes and Lunatics shows, including The Quantum Zone, This, That, or the Third, and many, many more specials, all completely uncensored. Access starts for $3 a month, full video when you pledge $5 a month. Check out the link in our show notes, or go to patreon.com/CapesandLunatics. Hope to see you there.
Hey, this is Tim Seeley, and you are listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
Diggity dank.
Hello and welcome back to another week of the Nightwing News. Better than Batman edition. I am Phil. Joining me, as always, it is.
Hello, I'm Kristen.
And this time we'll be talking Nightwing Rebirth #1 and Nightwing 1 through 4, which, like I said, is better than Batman. Alright, so I don't think we have any new news, although, again, it's been a little under a week since we talked. I don't know, Lilith had me confused that Comic-Con was this past weekend, but no, it's this coming weekend. So
did we mention the new teams last time, or did those come out in between?
I can't remember. I thought we did mention them. I know we talked about them online, but yeah, Dan Waters is the writer, and then what's his face? Oh yeah, because didn't I say I want to reach out to them? I think yeah, because Pete Woods, yeah. Oh no, oh no, John Layman and Pete Woods are the team on Titans. That's right. Yeah. And then I remember Dan Waters on Nightwing, and I forget who his artist is. Oh, Dexter Soy. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I don't really know that many. I don't really keep up with the names or whatever. And since I read basically just comics that have Dick Grayson in them, as opposed to a wide variety of comics, until these people write Nightwing, I don't know who they are.
Yeah.
Or if I like them really. But people who seem to read more comics seem to indicate that this was a good thing.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So that seems good.
I haven't seen one of those names yet. I think for any of the new DC stuff, I'm like, ugh. No. So yeah, no, it seems good.
Cool.
And like I said, there's stuff coming up like the Absolute Batman books, and maybe Dick will be in there in some form. Next week, I think it's next Thursday, Batman Cape Crusader comes out on Amazon Prime. So,
oh yeah, it's August 1st.
Yeah, it's Thursday.
So whatever day that is,
Thursday. And the first season's 10 episodes. I think they're dropping all 10 episodes on the same day. So
yeah, that's what I thought I heard. We'll see. I'll be on vacation. I might not get to them right away, but I mean, I assume they're only half an hour or 22 minutes. So
you would think, yeah. But yeah, I'll let you know.
That's nothing.
I'll especially let you know if I see any Dick Grayson in there.
Yes, exactly. Yes, give me a preview. Oh, and I have not watched it yet, but Kite Man, hell yeah, this is dropped.
Oh yeah, I haven't watched that yet either. I need to watch that. Yeah.
I mean, I would be surprised if any of the bats were in the first 2 episodes, but one never knows.
Yeah, I don't know if probably not Nightwing, because they got to tie up that whole thing from Harley Quinn. So,
right, yes, I assume that will be part of the 5th season. Is that what we're going into?
Oh, it might be. Yeah, it's hard to believe. It's
time flies.
I know. I was gonna say it can't be already, but I'm pretty sure you're right here. Yeah, because I remember, didn't they end? Was there a long break between? Was it the 2nd and 3rd season, and the 3rd and 4th season? Here we go. Yeah, we've had 4 seasons already. Jeez.
I know, it feels like it's been kind of a long break between 4 and 5, although I don't know. Yeah. Maybe I'm just being impatient. I don't know when the last one aired.
And again, they only give you like 10 episodes a season. Then it's like, oh, maybe next year.
Yeah.
Hold on, I can look. Harley Quinn was. Let's see. Season 4 finale was September 20th, 2023. So
yeah, maybe it'll start in September.
Hopefully, maybe when Kite Man's done.
Yeah, I was gonna say maybe they'll drop Kite Man and then go into Harley.
Yeah, hopefully maybe they'll give us a date and like a sneak peek during Comic-Con or something. Maybe they're gonna announce the premiere date there. So yeah, hopefully we get a bunch of news there. So
pretty cool.
All right, so should we talk some comics?
Let's do it.
All right. It's hard to believe these 2016 comics are already like 8 years old.
Yeah, I know. That is pretty crazy.
It's like, oh yeah, I thought those come out like a year or two ago. No.
Yeah.
Well, again, we've gone through the end times, meaning, COVID, Rick Grayson, all that stuff.
Yes, we've gone through more than one end time.
All right.
And yet we're still here somehow.
That's right. So yeah, the first one, of course, is Nightwing Rebirth #1, which was kind of like a neat little like segue between the end of the Grayson series and then like the beginning of this Nightwing series.
Yeah, they did a good job with this one.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe with all the rebirths, I don't know. I didn't read all of them, I don't think.
I mean, most of them are pretty good, but yeah, I think this one really, there's really a need for this one because again,
yeah, that is true.
He was coming back to Nightwing.
I mean, it's also a good jumping on point for people who maybe haven't been reading comics for a long time because the very first page, he explains that while Nightwing seems like a Batman thing, it actually came from Superman.
Exactly. And
it is the great rebuilder, the catalyst of change. But who are these madmen people?
Trying to remember. I mean, they're not too familiar to me. Yeah. Let me see if I can look those up because
I was like, these guys are weird looking.
Unless Tim Seeley was just creating something here. But yeah, I mean, we really get just like a quick view of that first page of him battling those guys, and then he's in the arcade with Damian. Yes,
and I have to say, I like these, but for whatever reason, I mean, obviously the artist does way better than I could, but the faces are weird. There's something about the faces that...
Yeah. Some...
kind of, I don't know.
Yeah, sometimes I don't know if people just have trouble with perspectives or it's just trying to make them look, like Bruce and Damian and Dick all look different, but yeah, but those heads are kind of weird shaped in some of these panels.
Yeah. Also, at the arcade, it kind of makes me wish Cheese Viking was a real game. I assume it is not.
No, I don't believe so, no.
Because I feel like they probably couldn't have a real game in the comic. Kind of like that one from the 90s when they couldn't say Windows 98, so they said stupid curtains 98.
Yes.
It's pretty good.
Oh.
So I'm wondering if Cheese Viking is supposed to be like Fruit Ninja or something.
Probably something like that, yeah. This was the Mad Men's first appearance, Nightwing Rebirth #1. So yeah, so.
Oh, okay, so.
Guess Tim Seeley made them up for this. Wait a minute. Oh, okay. And I guess they went on the Battle Blue Beetle. Yeah. So basically, yeah. But besides this, like one encounter, I guess, yeah, they fought the Blue Beetle and there's like a Teen Titans story, I guess. Oh, Titans Burning Rage #5.
Oh, okay.
From 2020. Yeah, so they're like newer characters. Yeah, but yeah, I guess this is their first appearance. Wait a minute. In the newer version, this was their first appearance, but they first appeared in Blue Beetle #3 all the way back in 1967. At least a version of them. Yeah, because I was going to say.
Wow.
Yeah, because I was going to say Steve Ditko. Steve Ditko is like the co-creator of Spider-Man. I like that.
Yeah.
That's a while ago.
It's a deep cut.
Oh, yeah.
All right, fair enough. So Damian gives him a segue into talking about Helena, and we get a flashback. We see that Helena is also leaving St. Hadrian's School for Girls. She is suiting back up as Huntress.
Well, I'm trying to remember. I mean, was this the first time this version of Helena put on that outfit?
I think so.
Yeah, because I think before this she was just wearing a Spiral outfit like Dick.
Yeah. Yeah, I think her being in Spiral was her first appearance. Was her comeback in the New 52.
Yeah. Yeah, because once New 52 started, and I know like they brought back. Well, there was Helena Wayne on Earth too, and then this was the Helena Bertinelli we got in New 52.
I'm not sure what she's doing now. Is she in the Birds of Prey still, or?
No, not at the moment. She was in Detective Comics for a while, but it seems like they were like inching closer and closer back to, like the original version of Helena Bertinelli. And then over in JSA, they have a version of Helena Wayne as the Huntress. She's come back from the future, a future that no longer exists. Yeah,
wacky.
Yeah, because she basically came back and met Bruce and like told him all about her future, and he's like, you just erased your future, right?
Wah wah.
That's my son does.
Whoops.
Wah wah. But yeah, I love how Dick was telling Damian about how his parents used to take him to the arcade and stuff, kind of, either like, when a practice didn't go good or for a bribe or something. But yeah, then him and Damian are talking about all those fouls that Spiral has, that so no one else can get to them. Oh, then we get another flashback to Dick on that fighting a battle on that weapons platform, talking to his.
Oh yeah, but it's also helpful the page in between when Damian, it sets it up nicely. Well, I guess it'll come out more later. But yeah, this does do a really good job of tying in everything. Because doesn't it also tie in a little bit from that Batman and Robin Eternal? Isn't that where the Court of Owls came out to do their thing?
I think so. I mean, they were all over the New 52. But yeah, I think you're right.
Right, but I think it was more that, or like, oh no, it was Robin War.
Oh,
wasn't it? That's
maybe.
Right, it was Robin. Yeah. It was like, I know it wasn't the main storyline in Grayson. Grayson just had one tie-in, so it's like they're bridging Grayson into Nightwing, but they're also like pulling in some other stuff. So yeah, it is. This was definitely a very necessary issue.
Oh yeah. And
probably the most important, vital of the ones we read. Okay. Then yes, he's on the Hive experimental weapons platform.
I love he's still keeping in contact with Tiger.
That's right.
You rookies are almost as useless as Agent 37. Aw, thanks, Tiger. But yeah, he came for a certain device, but they can't provide it for him. Then he kind of like flies away on that drone. He's like, I'll miss you guys, especially you, Tony. But yeah, I love I spend a lot of time with my feet off the ground. Being in the air is my first home. My second is, cue the segue, Wayne Manor.
Wayne Manor!
Yeah, so him and Damian come home, and that second panel, I don't know if he's using a key card or something. At first I was like, is he ringing the doorbell? Why is he ringing the doorbell?
It does kind of look like he's ringing the doorbell. But then nobody answers it. Yeah, I bet he's using a key card.
Yeah,
you say that.
I zoomed in on it. Yeah, it looks like he's putting a key card in, yeah.
It's like a dorm. Oh my gosh. And then, yes, Damian, what about the tall man in black? Will you be maintaining your friendship with him? Perhaps as flirtatious yet antagonistic pen pals?
Midnighter prefers to call us arch frenemies or nemesisters. Which we get another flashback to those two in the Swiss Alps.
Fighting some weird unicorn thing.
Excuse
me, Killicorn.
Then they take him up to the God Garden, and Midnighter's able to give him the device he needs.
Yep.
Now go back to being a superhero. He says, "You're too nice for spy work."
Fishigumo, bro. It's a pretty good exchange.
So then, yes, now we go back to the Batcave where...
But I do like how he puts these right. Lying, manipulation, and duplicity aren't really my thing. Well, except when they are. Because that's the thing is, like, to be honest, they kind of are for all of the superheroes. Like, all of them have had to do some of that kind of stuff.
Come on, Damian, sit still for me. I took you out for cheese Viking.
I knew it was disingenuous. A dirty trick to pacify me that you learned from your parents.
Well, Damian's like, I can't believe you didn't tell me the Parliament Owls implanted a bomb in my skull. And he's like, I know you. You wouldn't have been able to kiss. Stop picking. You barely keep your finger out of your nose as it is. So basically, he uses this device basically to suck out the bomb. And when he later tells Bruce that, it's made with Damian's DNA, so the bomb thinks it's still in there.
Yeah. Which is pretty cool.
I demand action figures and ice cream for that effrontery.
Yeah, good jerk. Good going, Damian. Hilarious.
Then, of course, Bruce comes down.
Damian, you knew too. Outrage.
Yeah, because Dick said it worked. But yeah, Dick's like, the Parliament tried to get to me to get me to join them by going through Damian, threatening his life. I'm sorry. And I love when Bruce's like, I finally got you back, Dick. If you think for a second I'm angry at you for this, even a little, then you've been gone too long. And then he says, yeah.
That's good. See, I'm glad there's some glimmers of good Batman, not just even before Tom Taylor came around. Mm-hmm. Although good Batman's been on a roll lately.
And then he says, yeah, the blame is on the Parliament of Owls and one man, Lincoln March.
And I guess Lincoln March has become a creepy talon.
Yeah.
I thought Lincoln March was an owl before.
Well, wasn't he an ancestor of Dick's? I'm trying to remember what happened to him. Did they kill? Because they can kill these guys and bring them back. So
Cobb was the ancestor. I always remember.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Lincoln March was the one who's claiming to be like Bruce's brother and stuff. And
yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
Which I don't think that ever went anywhere because everyone revolted over that.
Then they're changing their masks from white to black, but then Lincoln gets killed.
Yep, arrow in the eye from a figure who we don't see yet, but we will in a little bit here. Yeah, because the figure says, the Parliament and I agree, you're so hung up on what you think you deserve that you keep getting in your own and everyone else's way. And what we need is a nice clean path to Nightwing. Which is another nice segue, because back in the cave, because Bruce is asking him, are you sure you want to do this? You just got your life back. You barely had a chance to beat Dick Grayson. And Dick's saying, he's been all these identities, but they've all been Dick Grayson. Helping friends, helping anyone who needs me, beating the bad guys. That's who I am, who you helped me into. I let the Parliament believe I was willing to betray Dick Grayson, but now Damien is safe, and the Parliament is still out there thinking they own me. I don't need to be here. He's like, Bruce, I love Gotham, but I'm not you. I can take the valuable things with me. Talking about his circus time. I can go wherever the Parliament is, infiltrate them. I could do it as Robin or Batman or Agent 37, but the Owls didn't try to take those names and make them their own. So, yes, he suits back up and says he's going to help everyone. He needs them, beat the bad guys. Dude, that's Nightwing. So, yes, very good. Very good. Very good, Tim Seeley. Yes, he puts on, I guess we get the shot of him back in the suit and and we get the title on the last page, Batman or Nightwing Rebirth.
And he's back in the blue. Woo!
Yay!
Which everyone was waiting for.
Yeah, but the bird on the front, I swear, I don't know if it's just some of the art in these later issues. I don't know. It seems kind of thin to me.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's like almost like a thin stripe just with a head.
Well, in that last one, he looks like he barely has a neck too.
Oh yeah. So
it ain't perfect, but it'll do.
All right, and of course, kids, yes, that leads into Nightwing #1, as it says on the last page. So you like this art better because this is a different artist on these issues?
Yes. Generally, I did. I feel like, I don't know, probably you don't want to go in as much detail on all of these.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Because I feel like like you said, the Rebirth one was really important and they did it. There was a lot in that one. Yeah. But then the other one's not as much.
Yeah, we kind of get, we get our first shots, all kind of still in the shadows, Raptor here in the beginning. But then we get Dick in Italy, basically, still, pretending to be working for the Court of Owls, basically, intimidating this representative.
Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. That is super skinny on that picture.
Yeah.
It doesn't even look like a bird, it just looks like a V.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's kind of...
Yeah.
But yeah, nice aerial work by Dick here, getting up to that balcony and taking out that Cobra agent.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I assume these are like a group of established characters in the DC universe.
Who, Cobra?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're like a terrorist organization, yeah.
Okay.
They fought the Outsiders. I mean, they fought the Flash. I mean, yeah, they've been all over.
Okay. I mean, they sounded like kind of familiar, but also I was like, but Cobra is not that distinctive. I mean, isn't that G.I. Joe's enemy?
G.I. Joe's with a C. DC's is with a K.
Okay, and isn't that Cobra Kai? Isn't that the the Karate Kid's enemy dojo?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so see, Cobra covers a lot of evildoers.
Yeah, real Cobras need better agents,
Yes.
So yeah, Dick basically tells us representative the Parliament of Owls sends its regards, and then he's back in Greece with the Parliament. Let me walk in. Sup, Hootie? Sup, Hootie? Alright.
Oh, and then look! The Parliament of Owls was doing Zoom meetings even before COVID.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. They were ahead of its time.
Oh, my God. Does the Court of Owls own Zoom? Is that why I was able to usurp Skype so easily?
I think it was a better interface, but yes. That's a lot of screens. There's like walls of screens.
Exactly. They're paying for premium.
But yeah, this one in charge is like, my brother and sister owls are expressing dissatisfaction with your service. You have not given us results. You've maintained the morality and rules of your former life as a superhero. You refuse to accept that you left that all behind when you joined the Covenant. So basically, they're saying, yeah, you're going to team up with this Raptor. So.
Right, because they're saying you're not being evil enough.
Basically. No, they're saying you will steal, you will kill for us. And he's like, you want to stop other organizations like Cobra from expanding into your territory? I'm down. You want me to let dignitaries know you're watching them? Sure, but I'm not one of your talents. I'm doing this my way. Make sure you translate this for everyone in the cheap seats. Bite me, turkey head.
Yeah, that was the best one.
Exactly. And then back in the cave. Oh, I love this scene. Bruce and Damian are sparring, and Dick, Damian, Batman always dodges left, and he hits right, watches right.
Bruce is like, I thought I was a teacher, and boom! Damian gets him!
Pay attention, father.
And then, look at Damian in that panel, he's so happy. He's like, yes, with both fists.
So Bruce tells him 5-minute downtime, and cheese Viking time! So basically, Dick's telling Bruce that that the Parliament wants him to team up with this Raptor, and basically asks Bruce what he thinks. And Bruce says, I think, Dick, that you should stop asking me questions. He says, I'm more than happy to bankroll you, but this isn't Batman Inc. You made it quite clear that you're doing this your way, and I want to respect that. You said your experiences that you went on your own and made you more than qualified to be your own international strike force of one. I'm not your teacher anymore. I'm trusting you to make decisions on your own. Then, yeah, Dick says he has an appointment with Barbara. Damian, a date with Barbara Gordon.
On the one hand, with this, I get it, and it's nice to have and it's good to have Batman being like, I trust you to make your own decisions and stuff. But sometimes, even as a person who's a full-fledged adult, when you have a big thing going on, you want to talk to your parents. I mean, if you like your parents and think they're cool, you want to like bounce these ideas off somebody else.
Well, I mean, and again, there's how many sidekicks now, so at least Bruce is trying to delegate.
Right, no, I guess I'm saying that it's like, I think it was cool that Bruce was, and they're having Bruce set up to like, you're good, you can do this on your own kind of thing, but like, I also understand why Dick wanted to check in with him.
Oh yeah, me too, yeah.
But it's not a date. It's not a date.
But meanwhile, he dresses like it. They meet on top of the Burnside Bridge. But he said he was doing another undercover job, and she's like, another one? Isn't it enough to when you pretending you were dead? But she's saying about that's dangerous. He's like, everything we do is dangerous. We meet on a 275-foot high bridge.
Then she's saying she doesn't like it that he doesn't have anyone to watch his back.
But yeah, he has to bring her back a gift, and she goes, you have to come back. Oh, I'm a trapeze artist. You can push me out as far as you want. I always swing back. Then they show him, beat up a bunch of guys in a courtyard in Moscow, and telling another guy, the Parliament of Owls send its regards. And they show the nest. He's looking at the nesting doll. He got Barbara. Yep,
goes in his weird little briefcase thing.
But then Raptor shows up and says, yep, you got your head up your ass. I followed you way too easy from that dust up in the square. So he says, no offense, but I told the Parliament I'm working alone. Nothing personal. I've already had some of the best partners in the business. And Raptor's like, is that why you're so distracted? You got it all figured out? Then he sees the nesting doll with Barbara's name on. Who's Barbara? Why? Is she why you aren't doing your job? You don't want to disappoint her? So they're kind of fighting, and then he starts making more cracks about, did your old mentor teach you to be a pining, impotent virgin who can't stop thinking about Barbara?
That's so weird.
I know. Well, you try and get him mad.
That feels like, what, is that supposed to be directed at the readers of comics or something?
I don't know. So yeah, they kind of...
that was the only slight thing is, I don't know. I know that, like, we like to see fight scenes in comics, and depending on the writer, Dick can get angry easily, or sometimes even more easily. But I don't know, some of the stuff in this, I don't feel like he would get that mad if someone called him a pining, impotent virgin, because...
Yeah, again, though, he's been back for 5 minutes, so,
Yes, it could also just be you're fighting because this guy's fighting you. I mean, Raptor did 100% start it.
Oh, yeah, he kind of kicked him in the back, right into the wall there, so.
Yeah.
Maybe he gasses him and then basically knocks him down. It's like, I need you to sit down, shut up, and listen. You need a new partner, a better mentor, because everything Batman taught you is wrong.
Dun, dun, dun.
Yes, that's the end of issue 1. All right. Now issue 2. I feel like we've seen this before. Yes, that flashback. The Dick's time as Robin, when Bruce is holding that guy over off the edge of the roof, looking for some chow.
Yeah.
Dick's like, he doesn't know. Put him down. How do you know, Robin? I just do. But then Bruce drops him, into the trash or something. I think it's a dumpster, but it's hard to see.
Yeah, and I was like, their fear is more important than your trust. Which, on the one hand, this does make sense. On the other hand, it also feels like it's just setting up too easy of a contrast. I mean, Dick has always been more trusting of people than Batman, but it's not like Batman doesn't have some criminals that he trusts.
We can't trust criminals unless they carry a whip.
Indeed.
But then back in the present, yes, it's like, oh, you're still groggy from the beating and the gas last time? Well, here, let's summarize what happened last time.
I love that. Your work for the Parliament of Owls, and in his monologue, undercover, of course, because they're bad guys, duh. And I've got this new partner because the court didn't think I was bad enough. This guy who thinks he's better than Batman.
Raptor, I was trying to relate to you on your level. Isn't that how it works with this superhero crowd? Fight, then team up? And Raptor saying how the Parliament gave him a new assignment. You ever hear of the Cobra cult? They hijacked the ship in the Black Sea belonging to a prominent member of the Parliament. We need to get the ship and rescue the passengers. So he says, you're stranger strange in. You need someone to spot you. And then his little...
That, of course, is just what Barbara said, so it gets him thinking.
He calls in his little flying car. It looks like a giant drone.
Yeah, it does.
Well, I saw some article there, like, was it in Japan or something? They're working on a flying car. That's basically what it looks like. It looks like a giant drone, just with like in the middle there, it's like a 1 or 2 seats for 1 or 2 people.
I mean, yeah, that makes sense. That's what it would be.
And then the next morning, well, see how that works with time zones, but Barbara's in Tokyo, so she's jealous of his globe trotting, and they're on the phone. She says, tomorrow night, midnight, I'll text you the location. You better bring me a present. He says, well, I can't give it to anyone else that's got your name on it. In the meantime, don't do anything too dangerous. Me? Do something dangerous? Bab, it's like you hardly know me. Nightwing out. As he's leaping from the flying car with a scuba tank on his back into the ocean. And then
Raptor talks to him about the importance of branding and marketing.
Yes, especially about animals and beasts. Because, I mean, well, I like this little talk here. This app is acting so weird. All right. The Beast convinces people to buy things they don't need, to trust faceless corporations. I don't need to tell you, Big Blue Bird. It just screams brand extension of Batman.
Got hit new version of an old beloved product.
Hell, you probably got a theme song. I left Dick thinking, well, I mean, it's a work in progress.
I mean, remember he had that Agent 37 song?
Not that much rhymes with Nightwing besides Tight Thing.
I'm sure there's other things.
Then Raptor gets attacked by an evil merman.
Which is pretty wild.
So he says the Parliament's holding his reins pretty tight. Raptor makes the reins tighter, but Batman also taught me every life is worth saving, even if it always seemed like I believed it more than he did.
He helps him, but Raptor throws some stuff on that merman, and then sharks get him.
Yeah, Dick, I've heard my fighting styles described as jazz, discipline, but not adverse to improvisation. Raptor's style is sort of like a freestyle rap battle. Aggressive, quick, and surprisingly clever. So then they get on this ship. Oh, I love them climbing up the side. Well, Dick's using the rope. Raptor's using claws. I was going to say, almost like Batman 66 climbing up the side there.
Yeah.
So they're taking out the Cobra guards. Then they come down this weird thing, almost looks like an operating room or a morgue. And
I just want to say, when they're talking about improvisation kind of stuff. He says that's Nightwinging it. Raptor probably already copyrighted and trademarked it as Raptoring it for his branding efforts. Nightwinging it obviously works better than Raptoring it because normal people say winging it. And
yes.
like Raptoring it doesn't make any sense.
Exactly. Then you get...
Also, it's really funny that they have him say when he hears the music, Wayne Newton. Like, why on earth would you pick Wayne Newton?
I don't know.
I wonder if it has something to... I mean, I know the name Wayne Newton, but I'm not super familiar with his music. I wonder if it has something to do with being on a cruise ship. I wonder if Wayne Newton is like cruise music or something.
Could be. But then this woman almost looks like she has like a zombie or something coming out of her.
Yeah, that is super creepy.
Jeez, this is really making me reconsider giving that nesting doll as a gift. You wanted to know what the Parliament had that Cobra wanted so bad that you had to run off alone? Is that what the Bat taught you? I guess that's why there's a new Robin every other month. But then he sees the Raptor's injured, got stabbed in the side. But Raptor says, yeah, Cobra's genetic research division is always looking for raw biological material. They prefer forgotten people. Those are the one will notice when they go missing. So yeah, down in the hold, yeah, it's full of refugees. So
yeah, both of them want them for nefarious purposes. Cobra wants to
experiment.
Human experiments, and
the Parliament just wants them for slave labor.
Yeah, so awesome.
Then this little girl really can't only speak a few words of English. Superhero, help! Look at that. Look at his chest, birdie.
Yep.
So yeah, then they get back, but then Dick says, well, Raptor says, Nightwing, stop. Go to hell, Raptor. We're done. But he says, I know what you want, Nightwing. You want the owls destroyed, brought to justice. You played the long game, waiting for the perfect moment. You took jobs, kept you in the light, didn't fall in the darkness, but you had to work with me, a guy who's got 1 foot in the darkness, as he's standing in the shadow. Nice. A guy who just watched deliver innocent, terrified people to the winning clause of the Parliament. So yeah, Dick's trying to hit him. He's like, I could read what was going through your head back there. You thought about scrubbing the whole mission, maybe taking those refugees to a safe port, but then you thought about how many more ships will be coming back with desperate people. You thought about the position you give up to save some instead of all. Let's think about the long game. Sometimes you have to make hard choices for the short term. Dick clips him there. He's like, shut up. But yeah, Raptor says he has something they fear. Fears more than anything, a way to bring them out of the dark into the light. But before we can do that, there'll be more hard choices. You stood here before, out on the precipice, about to leave. Like, someone would catch you, not your mother, not your father. Someone with a foot in the dark, just like me. Someone who used fear as a weapon, Batman. You say, you trusted me, you can't trust me. Well, you fall too far in the dark, I'll catch you. I can stand there afraid to leave, or you can come on the next mission. And Dick's like, why? Why do you care about these people, about the Parliament, about me? Because I always play the long game. But then we see Barbara's waiting for Dick, and he stood her up to go with Raptor. Yeah,
it seems weird. Like, they're super far apart. I don't know where. I mean, she's in Tokyo, and he's in, like, Greece.
Yeah. And again, you're superheroes. There might be, something may come up.
Indeed.
So, yeah, that's how 2 ends, with him going off with Raptor.
Yes. You can kind of tell, like, he already had plans, because he's sticking with the owls to, like, do more, because he didn't save the refugees right away.
Then 3. Well, that first page is kind of a tease for what's coming in later in the issue.
Yep.
Yeah, and then they show, Dick and Raptor arriving in Norway, and then Barbara tracks them down.
Yep, they're going to the game maker's house.
Yeah. Barbara's all worried about Dick working with the Raptor. And Dick's basically like, yeah, he's basically doing this so he can put the Parliament in prison.
Yep.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't get Barbara's whole thing, because she just seems, I don't know, like, why does it have to be you? And,
Yeah, actually, it's weird to me how Barbara was, I don't know, I don't think they did so some parts of it are okay, but yeah, where was the page? I'm not sure where, it's coming up either in this one or the next one, but where Dick says, he mentioned the Robin Hood thing about stealing from the rich to give to the poor to Barbara, and she said that would make you a criminal. And I'm like, no, I have never met anyone in the world that does not like Robin Hood.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I know Barbara, her dad's the police commissioner, But she would not have that attitude. That's ridiculous.
I mean, I can almost see Bruce having that attitude, but yeah, not the rest
yes,
of that.
but not Barbara.
No.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, if we can't have a date, at least we can do superhero stuff. So yeah, they break into this weird maze house because the guy who built it, because it was foretold he was going to get killed, so he built this house so no one could get to him, and he's the one who basically created the maze for the Parliament. So yeah, they have to go through this weird, trap doors and sliding walls, and one panel almost looks like a jungle. Oh, then what do you think about this? There's a tarot room, and Barbara says, oh, she doesn't have a Wi-Fi signal, and Dick's like, yeah, it's okay. Haley Circus sometimes toured with the sideshow. The fortune teller was this nice old lady named Madame Mystique. But yeah,
when they're going through all the different rooms, that's where he says about you'd be a criminal now. Like, what the heck? Yeah, so that seemed slightly off to me that he would just be so open about, because, like, Raptor's there, too, but, I mean, obviously, as we learn later.
Yeah, because he doesn't even mention this.
Raptor's known who he is the whole time, but...
I know, he literally calls out Haley Circus, yeah, I know.
Although there is a hint, I'm surprised Dick didn't say anything about it earlier when he's like, they weren't there to catch you, your mother or your father, which, on the one hand, could be just, like, general to everyone, but that he said stuff about, like, catch you, also kind of already hinted that
yeah, you would think a detective like Dick would be like, wait a minute, did he mean that specifically, or was that just generalizations?
Mm-hmm. But yeah, then he knows the tarot, so they save themselves.
But then Raptor gets ahead of them, and it looks like he killed the guy they were here for. So Dick tears into him. He's beating on Raptor, and the Parliament's watching, and they're like, ah, yes, he is ours now completely. His precious bat family will abandon him for his moral failing. They will believe his judgment is compromised should he try to reveal the threat to the Robin child. And then, he bashes Raptor's head into that screen, but then Raptor's like, that's enough, and the guy gets up and goes, was I good? I tried hard not to breathe.
Right, well, he kind of needs him to, he kind of needs to smash Raptor's head into the screen because Raptor is also double-crossing the owls here.
Yep. And Dick's like, but the blood. And Raptor's like, he keeps a half pint on ice in his little glove thing. So Raptor tells this guy, here's the deal. Parliament of Owls thinks you're dead. We saved your life. So how about you thank us with a copy of the blueprint? But yeah, then Barbara freaks out on them after they get out.
Right, that's...
It's like, Batman taught you to inspire fear in criminals, not help them play sick pranks and steal money. Like, well, we're playing pranks and steal money from bad people? Again, it almost seems like drama just for the sake of drama.
Because
I just think they were they were writing Barbara a little younger here at this point. Again, it's not that Barbara we know now, or even before New 52.
Yeah, I was going to say, because, the inherent nature of being a vigilante means, like, if you... it seems to me that if you really thought this kind of stuff, you would not become a vigilante.
Yeah, I know. Again, I think it was just drama for the, it's basically like, is he leaving behind all the other, all his other family, Barbara, Batman, all of them? But yeah, then they go back. I don't know if this is Raptor's secret base.
But yeah, it's definitely a different Barbara, because didn't Barbara, like, cool Barbara Oracle, didn't she steal, like, a bunch of Blockbuster's money or somebody's money back in the 90s?
I think so. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. That ain't this Barbara, and it's not the Barbara we have now.
Yeah, that's why I said this Barbara. I was like, where is this coming from?
Again, they were trying to write her a little.
Like I said, who doesn't root for Robin Hood? Who is like, oh, sorry, Robin Hood by stealing from these rich douchebags is actually a criminal? Yes, technically, but no, what?
Well, that's what I said. The only one I could see not rooting for him is old money Bruce Wayne. Yeah.
I feel like even Bruce Wayne would understand that that's actual justice as opposed to the letter of the law. But yes, it would make slightly more sense coming from Bruce.
So him and Raptor go. Barbara storms off, basically, and him and Raptor go back to the secret base, and they have the mad inventor, Dr. Leviticus, who, I guess the Parliament, they hired him to make the Book of Wisdom, untraceable, unreadable to a select few. So, all right, now on to 4.
Final.
Yes, so Yes, now that then they show them talking to this doctor, this old woman.
Yeah, so that old woman is Dr. Leviticus.
Yeah, yeah.
And she says...
She's basically the one that came up with the process where they can, like, resurrect talons and stuff.
Yes. Fill you a copy of the book, all you need are the coins.
She'll help them, but, she in return, she wants them to put her somewhere safe to avoid the reach of the owls and the law, preferably warm in it with a nice view. Then starts rubbing Dick's hand. Would you like to come with me, young man? But then they show, Dick and Raptor back with the Parliament Grove.
Yeah, they're like down. They're somewhere else this time, not in the Zoom room.
Yeah, in Parliament Grove. And they see all the prisoners locked up. They're going to be blood sacrifices. These peasants are lucky, and death will serve a greater purpose than they did in life.
Done playing the long game. We do this tonight.
Yep. But then...
and then this person going to the Raptors, and they're saying, "Hey, we have something for you. We saw 2 new talents, the pretty boy and the unshaven one." Or Raptor.
But they saw them let the rats out of the cage. He means the dirty poor people. It's just such a nice, expensive labyrinth. It'd be a shame not to have anyone die in it. And the order's like, "Did you tell anyone else?" And they're like, "No, we didn't." So then he mutates and is like, such a gaffe could hurt my standing with the Parliament. That would be unfortunate, especially since I was so recently promoted from orator to god.
Yeah, what is it? I thought it was the Cobra people that were doing the experimentation.
I think that's what they said. They stole whatever process that was from Cobra, and then this guy injected himself with whatever, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I think that's why at the end of this, Cobra's not too happy with the Parliament. So then Dick and Raptor are trying to lead these people out of the maze. But then Dick gives the people the map, and then, because they hear the order coming.
Well, Raptor's saying he's a brand extension.
Yeah, because Raptor tells the people we're superheroes. Dick's like, "A superhero? I thought you were an outlaw." But the order's saying, Dick's, your innocence was to be a sacrifice to Moloch, Nightwing, to show you could be bought, just as anything could be bought. But it's still a sacrifice of innocence if you die in Moloch's hands, like so many children before you, like your young Robin. The sound of his exploding head will be a choral hymn to the Parliament. And Dick's like, "Yep." He's like, that right there is what I've been betting on the whole time. He's like, that the Parliament would be so arrogant as to think cash and a family name are all that was important, that you think I'd just accept the covenant because it was my fate and I didn't have enough affluence to buy my way out. I knew you'd think some penniless circus performer wouldn't be able to figure out a way to save his friend, resist temptation, and kick your feathered asses, but I pulled all that off, turkey head. I think I just found a new definition of Nightwinging it. And the order's like, "Fine, you guys can't be bought when you're alive. You'll still make fine talents when we bring you back from the dead." And then I guess it messes with whatever formula he took, because Raptor stabs him with gives him some of that shark attractant he has in his belt. Or fish blood. Yeah. So he tells Dick, "Go get the Book of Wisdom." And they find it. And Dick's like, "This is it, the nail in the Parliament's coffin." And then Raptor's like, "I hope you remember how to get out of here," because again, Raptor's been injured in his leg. But then Dick gives him blood out of that glove. And Dick's like, "Stay with me. I'll talk about the sideshow, about the circus."
All right. And then he's like, "I knew from the moment we met." Oh, okay. The Sualak was the wizard. It's a Romani legend. You knew the tarot. You were in the circus.
I was the man who felt no pain. They call me Mr. Numb. Yeah, they're all talking about, the simpler times and moving from place to place. And then the order shows up and says, I'm going to make you into one of us, Grace, son of Gotham. I'll fill you with owl's blood, dilute the peasant poison that fills your veins. So then they start running. They find the exit, but they got to get through this door. And Raptor's like, "I can't come. I'm a wanted man. Don't put me in a cage. Like, get the hell out of here. I'm sick of spotting you." And Dick's like, "What about all that stuff about me? We need a better partner, a better mentor." He says, "I can read you. You're thinking all the things we could do, the world we could change. You don't want to go home yet. You still got itchy feet. Your mom was right about you."
Oh!
Pushes him out the door and over a cliff.
It's like, what? He said he knew my mom?
As he's falling from a great height, thinking, "My mom? He said he knew my mom? Who died because she didn't have a net?" But then he says, "I'm ready for my pickup, Tony. I told you not to call me Tony. Yeah, well, I said I'd catch you later. Turns out it's the other way around." He grabs that big drone. Tiger's picked up all the refugees. The order's like changing back to normal.
High praise from Tiger. You are a very clever idiot.
Yep. And then back to Batcave. I love Damien. Dick Grayson returns. Make your report quick, underling. The arcade closes in an hour. Also, may I say, real quiet. Also, may I say you did acceptable work in preventing me from having my face blown up. He's like, even in that device, that thing was so loud when it exploded and cost Pennyworth to wet his pants.
I love how they put sigh.
I know, Batman. Ralph didn't wet his pants. Damien, go see if he needs help upstairs. Nightwing and I need to talk. Bruce asks him if it was a success, and Dick's like, yeah, Spiral has the book, and all the stuff. Parliament Grove and the Labyrinth have all been seized, and in exchange for her help, the gardener gave Dr. Leviticus her own room in the God Garden.
It's slightly weird to me that they turned the book into Spiral.
Well, I guess that now they're saying I guess it's somewhat of a force for good with Tiger in charge.
Yeah, I guess that's true, since Tiger's in charge. It just kind of seems like the sort of thing they turn into the Justice League, or I don't know. Yeah, it's just they're like always coming up with new organizations.
Yeah. But then Bruce is saying that was all worrying because he talked to Batgirl. She was concerned, Dick, and so am I. And he's like, you know his Raptor's real name, his history, and did you check? Dick's like, yeah. He's like, I covered his tracks. No prints, no history, a blank slate. I knew he was a risk, but a calculated risk. You told me to do this my way. That's when Bruce is like, yeah, I did, but you let Raptor walk. He stole millions of dollars. We have informants. We work with criminals when we need to, but when we're done, they face justice. We need their fear, not their trust. I love you're lecturing me about trust. You don't trust anyone, Bruce, including me. You can't believe anyone can walk the line between light and dark, especially if you know that if you stepped over for even a second, you'd never come back. But I'm not you, Bruce. And I have you to thank for that.
I would just like to say that in the grand scheme of things, obviously, helping save refugees and other people's lives is more important than stealing millions of dollars.
Well, yeah.
That's just money.
Exactly.
But
then we see Raptor kind of did a double cross because he got some stuff for the for the Cobra, because he said he on a few part of them some of the coins, but he also said yeah, I had Dr. Leviticus install a nice little backdoor into the replica Book of Wisdom. Nightwing gave Spiral. Every time they get a name, so do you. And then, yeah, they're like, what will you do when he discovers your deception? Meaning Nightwing. Don't wear your pretty head. I got that kid wrapped around my finger. Dun dun dun.
Now.
But then, meanwhile, they had to take a break for Night of the Monster Men. Alright, so what do we think?
Yeah, it was pretty good. Does it go back into Raptor starting with 6, or is the Monster... Oh, no, the Monster Man is a couple.
No, it's 7. Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, I mean, it was good. I'd say the Rebirth one was the best. Just because it covered so much ground and tied so many things together and stuff. And I liked it. I just felt like I didn't like how they portrayed Barbara once she met Raptor, and I thought Bruce was a little weird at the end.
Well, yeah, especially when he's like, "Don't ask me questions. Make your own decisions." And he makes his own decisions. It's like, how could you?
And he's like, "No, it's the wrong decision." Whatever, bro.
Yeah, if you're not going to give me advice, then don't be.
And I mean, I suppose there is some precedent, and it does fit certainly with maybe not every version of Batman, but certainly some that. He can't cross a line because he's afraid once he starts killing, he won't stop. Whereas but I mean, also, again, it's like, dude, he's not killing someone.
Yeah, no.
He's letting a criminal go. Is it only bad because he didn't want to have sex with Raptor? Because you've let Catwoman go on more than one occasion.
Oh, yeah.
And that has been a constant. Since Catwoman's first appearance, he let her go.
And it's not like Raptor was carrying millions of dollars on him. It's like...
Right, yeah. Whatever.
And Dick could be like, well, not like I let him get away. He pushed me out a door over a cliff,
Right, yeah. And he did help me free a bunch of refugees and not die, Maybe I owed him a little.
Yeah, Bruce.
Such is life.
Exactly. All right. Anything else?
That's it.
All right. So, when we reconvene next month here, we will do... Again, it'll be a new issue review again. So, Batman Brave and the Bold 15, Titans 14, and the penultimate part, I believe, of Fallen Grayson. So, Nightwing 117, yes.
Nice.
And then by then both of us should have seen Batman Cape Crusader.
Yes.
And if we got any Comic-Con news on Nightwing, we let you know. And then, what are we going to do for the second episode next month, do you know?
Are we going to keep reading Raptor?
Nightwing 7 and 8, that's right.
Oh, perfect.
Yes. All right, so, yeah. Oh, should I get those ahead of time? All right.
That's good, because I, forget. I remember he has something to do with Dick's mom. Obviously, he just told us that. But I was like, yeah, what was that? Well, soon I'll be reminded.
That's right. I'm trying to remember the full thing myself, so yes. We'll either let you know or refresh your memories, yes, in 1 month, kids, so. But if you want to share your thoughts on the new issues or any of these classic issues, email us, CapesandLunatics@gmail.com, or call the voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember, you can find all things Capes and Lunatics, episodes, social media, merchandise. Get your new Capes and Lunatics merch, your classic Capes and Lunatics merch. You can send us money through the Cash App link. Or please subscribe to our Patreon. Again, you get exclusive content on the Patreon just for you paying members. So you can find all that at patreon.com/CapesandLunatics or tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. That's tubespace.io/CapesandLunatics Podcast Network. And if you need more Dick Grayson in your life for the next month, I've got a simple tip for you kids. Go on Amazon and pick up Dick Grayson Boy Wonder. Buy it now. Buy it now. So yes, you think you know everything about Dick Grayson? No, you don't. Again, from right there on the cover, scholars and creators, and it was put together by an educator. So come on, you know things chock full of knowledge. All right, thank you for joining us, everyone. Again, in 3 weeks, we'll be back with the new issues, and then in 1 month, we'll be back to talk more Raptor and Nightwing 7 and 8. We get closer to the end of Tom Taylor's run on Nightwing and Titans.
I know. I thought we might still. Felt like they didn't tell us that right away. They were teasing us, making us think he might still be.
Well, maybe his detective run will show up from time to time.
Yeah, probably. I mean, Batman's been in the Nightwing run. So.
Exactly. All right, kids. Remember, come back next time. Join us same wing time.
Same wing channel.
Nightwing News. Better than Batman.